I'm going to open in a way that I'm going to have each of you open when you do your first turn. It can be a 4-minute turn. And what I'm going to do before I continue speaking, is I'm going to take a full breath with each of you. And I'd like us to tap into the pleasure of fully breathing with another human being, which is the basic unit of connection and healing. So everybody else take the breath too. So from this place of having breathed with each of you, I would continue my turn. Well, I'll continue my instructions. And you'll continue your turn from this place of being with one person at a time and continuing the sense of breathing together, seeing them so they feel seen. And it requires, since this is your first time here, Larry, that all the listeners be available to be with the person up front. That's your job, is to see me and just allow it. And from here to be with one person at a time and see them so they feel seen. I feel I'm in a swaying mode. I think it kind of feels like a tree, like trees, kind of connected underground too. So this is a way of starting the turn, and it kind of simplifies the instructions. There's not that much more to say, but keeping the coming from that one at a timeness and the leisureliness and the luxuriousness of being with one person at a time. And when I put my finger up, it's 30 seconds more or less to finish up within, right away, 30, 45 seconds, acknowledge you're done. And then we all applaud, we clap gently, and the person up here receives it to the last clap, and then a breath. So I'll model receiving all my claps. Yeah. What can happen today? Can I just let go of whatever I'm expecting and just be in this flow? I think it's going to happen. A little bit of a mystery because just don't know. But part of me doesn't care right now. It's just nice to be here, being able to experience a little stillness. and just let my energies just sink a little bit more. Feel the playfulness. Enjoy the stillness. It's really nice not to have to say one damn thing. Even though I know there's plenty that will eventually want to be said, one way or another. I don't know exactly how that's going to happen, but that's what's nice about what I'm enjoying about this experience at the moment.
This time you all get let in on the secret. I have been doing this since we started the silence. I don't know that I was doing it every time, but really taking a full breath with everyone. And I just found it such a beautiful rhythm to get into. So then there was no like, well, who do I look at now? It's just a real wonderful breath practice. So I'm liking this because now I get to know we're all in it together, which feels good.
So I'm moving on to college now. It's going to be a big step, and like most things, I don't know what's to come. But I'm pretty much up for anything. The biggest question that I've had on my mind lately is how do we clean up and make our world a better place? And it's really been bugging me, because I have no idea how we're going to start. I made up social media to hopefully influence people's opinions, because I know social media is the biggest influencer pretty much ever, besides TV. And I'm still pretty stumped. So from help with other people, education's my number one thing to steam towards. And through education and meeting new people, hopefully the answer will appear.
It's interesting that as I go around and breathe with each one of you, that I can see your body breathing. I was thinking that actually we're always breathing with each other. The question is whether we're actually paying attention to it or not. That is that's the one power that we have. is the power of what we choose to pay attention to.
Wow. This is a feeling of empowerment to be up here and have all these eyes on me like this. A little intimidating. Interesting observation of what my body is doing right now. I said that I get a little nervous, anxious when I have to speak in front of people. Normally before I come up, my heart's just pounding. I'm trying to think of what I'm going to say. And this time I didn't notice that. I felt very calm in my chair before I came up here. That's probably the first time that's happened ever. So that was really curious. But my heart's beating really hard now. It's very interesting to come up in front of a group of people and not know what you're going to talk about. So that's interesting. But it feels really good. It feels really calming. Because I didn't have to prepare and wonder if I was going to say things out of order. So yeah, it's an interesting observation right now, and I like it. And everybody here makes me feel very comfortable, so I think that's a big part of it. And I'm a person that has a gift to gab. I love to talk. And I get blamed a lot in my family for not listening as much as I should, talking over people. And I live with 2 men in my house. Sometimes they're 2 boys, sometimes they're 2 men. So you notice I looked at the ceiling. It's uncomfortable for me to look at people the way that we're learning to do right now. So that's really interesting, and engaging with the audience has never been something I've been comfortable with. So I think this is going to take me a little while to get that, but it feels good. And yeah, so I'm very happy to be here. I look forward to seeing what transpires the rest of the day with all of us and with myself. So thank you. Wow. This is a feeling of empowerment to be up here and have all these eyes on me like this.